Hey guys, this is Panzer Dragon, and in this video I'll be showing you junglers who I think are really strong for solo queue. The way I'll be ranking these guys is how well they do early game, like their mobility and ganks, and how they transition to mid game, and a little late game. Alright, so at number 10, Zac fills the hole. Alright, so his early game is kind of weak, like he's got a slow start, and like, he doesn't do much damage until he hits like a level 5 or something. Also in ganks, he's got to rely on some of the damage coming from his laner too, so he brings a CC and all in the chase, but sometimes I just feel like I don't do enough damage. And in mid game, let's see. Well, in team fights, he's got that AoE and he's got that tanky crap, and if you kill him, you gotta kill him again. He's just a really survivable guy in a team fight. It's just really annoying to fight against. And let's look at his initiation. It's pretty good, as he can just go in, fucking hit people and knock them up, and then knock them up again with his ultimate, which is really nice. And you get in there and bounce around and kill them. And that's the way it goes. Alright, let's look at his late game. Well, he's got percent health damage, which is really good late game, as it makes tanks can do damage still, even though they are building like full tank. And on top of that, he is one of the best late game tanks, as he is going to have 4,000 hit point, plus his passive is going to keep healing him, and of course, he's got to kill him twice. And that's my opinion about him. Alright, so at number 9, we got Nautilus. So early game, Nautilus brings some sick ganks, as he can lock down someone for like 2 seconds, and he's also going to bring some damage with him too, so yeah, if he can get ahead, then damn, he's going to be good. Like if you gank a lane and you're ahead, and the enemy jungler tries to come and they'll try to burst your shield, it's going to be hard for them to burst that shield, so you're still going to have your DPS to kill them. That's why this guy's got decent snowball potential. Alright, so transition to mid game, well, he can initiate fights. Really good in solo queue, as you get to pick fights you want to fight and that your team can follow up on. And he's a decent tank, as he has a shield, and he's got some healing moves too, so that's good. And as we transition to the late game, he's got some high CC, and it keeps going throughout the team fight, so that's good. At number 8, we have Nocturne. Alright, so this guy has pretty good ganks if he can land his Dustbringer and can fear them. Like, once you get that combo, you know you're dead too. Although they're kind of hard to land, as like, you gotta be in melee sort of, and you gotta hit your Dustbringer. But anyways, once he's level 6, that's when shit goes crazy, as he can like gank bot whatever he wants, as he can do it from the Fog of War and do it through lane. And if there's like any action going on the map, he can just ult there if he's just around the area, so I give points for that. And if this dude gets ahead, then he's just gonna be more of a global threat, and you don't want that fat Nocturne ganking your lane. Oh no, you don't. Okay, so let's transition mid game. So the best part of him, I think, is that he can initiate from the Fog of War, which means that you say that you're grouped as 5, but the enemy team doesn't know you're grouped as 5. They only see 4 people, and they like make one of their teammates just go on the top. That means it's gonna be a 4v5, and the enemy team like, oh shit. Like basically, he can initiate from a really far distance, which is really nice. And also after he ults, he can also like stay in someone and kind of chunk them or kill them, whatever. And yeah, he brings the damage, although not the best tank for the team. Alright, let's transition to the late game. Alright, so Nocturne sucks late game, as his damage falls off since he's not really building AD, and he's got to build full tank. And second to that, where's his crowd control? It's only the single target fear, and I guess the psychological paranoia. At number 7, we got Pig Bitch. Alright, so Pig Bitch has the knock up and the slow for ganking, and decent damage. Decent damage. And of course, once she earns her ultimate, that's when better ganks come in. And since she has a dash, that's some points for her too. And of course, if she gets ahead, she'll be just like fucking Pig who's coming after you and hitting you with her little twirling flail. And you can't even kill her because she's got like 2k hit point at like level like 7 or 9. So yeah, she's got some snowball potential. Alright, let's transition to mid game. So yeah, her initiation is really good. I mean, if you hit 3 or more people with your ultimate, you know you won after that. So what worries can you worry about? And even after, if you have to, you have the knock up too, and you got the slow, so good to go. Alright, Pig Bitch transitioning into late game. Well, yeah, her ultimate gets even more powerful as the stun goes up per ultimate rank. She also has percent health damage, and yeah, she's got a pretty strong late game. And at number 6, we have Evelynn. So one aspect is that she's got stealth, meaning she cannot be seen by wards unless they're pink wards. And in early game, her ganks are really strong. She may not have CC, but she has a buttload of damage. Her hate spikes and her frenzy, giving that more attack speed, and her auto attacks, it's just like, holy crap. On top of that, it keeps on going as her W gives her movement speed steroids so she can keep up with the enemy. The only downside of this is that she needs to snowball, and if she doesn't, she just becomes a useless piece of shit who does no damage and no CC. But with her kit, the early game shouldn't be that hard to snowball off of. Mid game, she can pick off those split pushers and she's pretty good at skirmishing, but in a team fight, I don't know, you have to be kind of ahead to be more useful than the other junglers. I just feel like her team fight potential is a bit weaker than most other junglers. Alright, let's talk about Evelynn's late game transition. So the way I see it is that if your team is full damage versus full tank, you're going to beat them since you have percentage penetration, and Evelyn already has that like 1,000 shield from her ultimate, so she can just go ham with her DPS. And at number 5 we have the horse. Hecarim is really mobile as he can get to places faster than most junglers. Also, Hecarim's ganks are really strong if he can get behind the enemy. And just like Evelyn, he's got some sustained damage with his Q. And for some reason, Hecarim snowballs like crazy too. And now, the transitioning to mid game. So this guy has a decent initiation with his ultimate. It's like a 1-second fear. And it's also really easy to dodge with a flash or something as you can see it coming. The base damage is kinda but it's still an initiation. Second to that, he's got lifesteal when any of his allies, including him, do damage, so that's some pretty good tanking in a team fight if I do say so myself. Now transitioning into late game, since each team does more damage, that means he'll be healing more. And also, if it comes to like really super late game, he can start building some damage if he wants to. I literally do think he's the ultimate bruiser, so building DPS wouldn't mind me at all. And at number 4, we have Rammus. This guy has a weak start, although when he gets some points into this taunt, man, yeah, you're gonna be stunned for like 2 seconds or so, and by the time that's over, you're dead. And second of all, he has one of the highest mobility score that I've ever seen. So if you're around the map more, then you're obviously gonna be killing things more. Alright, let's talk about transitioning into mid game. This guy's initiation is basically a powerball and then flash and then taunt. He's real good at locking someone down and your team just destroying them. But after that, it's kind of like, turtle, turtle. And then you guys just gotta wait till your next powerball / taunt. Oh, and of course, he's got some free resistance, which gives him like 100 or 120, I forgot, making him real hard to kill. His late game though is kinda meh. I don't like it. He doesn't have the AoE CC, and even though he can use turtle form, the enemy team already has like armor penetration percentage or magic penetration percentage, so he's not as good as a tank as other tanks that have crowd control. In third place, we have Jarvan Iv. These guys like super off for some reason. Like Jarvan's EQ combo was pretty good mobility, but it's not the mobility that makes him really good. It's his ganks. So this guy has really high damage output and can shred armor. And he's got the knockup, which also puts him in front of the enemy, or close to him. And if they burn their escape or flash or anything, you still have your ultimate as a gap closer and to lock him down for 3 more seconds. This guy is also really snowbally too, as if he built like Spirited Elder Lizard, he's going to be bringing the pain and dunking people when he comes to that lane. Now, let's talk about his transition to mid game. So this guy's got an AoE knockup, and on top of that, you can trap everyone in a pit, and they'll have to flash out if they don't want to get hit by your teammates, or they can just sit in there and die from whatever your teammates have to offer. And he's got decent damage, but the important part is he's got armor percent penetration from his Q, making your team deal more damage. Alright, so the transition to the late game. This guy has armor percent penetration, so even if they built armor, let's reduce it. Second to that is he's still got his initiation, which is really good, and just trapping people in his little pit, letting your team siege on the people in the pit. And yep, he still brings that constant CC with the EQ combo. And at number 2, we have Elise. Now this girl brings some badass mobility with her repel, which is real nice, and she's got really sick ganks. As she brings a stun and like really high output burst damage. And even after you burn a flash or something, guess what? I'm just gonna repel to you and do another burst combo on you. So, the fuck, man? That's real overpowered. Yeah, and her clears are fine. You know, auto attack, attack speed, free spider burst. Yeah, fine. Okay, let's transition to the mid game. She still brings her high damage, and well, she's got that free Zhonya's with her repel. So dumb. And at least she can start fights with her cocoon, although it's kind of weak since it's a single target. Okay, and transition to the late game. she's still a tank, but guess what? She does more damage than the usual tank. And she has the percent damage, so I mean, that's just gonna scale into late game even better. And yeah, she still only has 1 CC, but who cares? She does like a buttload of damage. Alrighty, and at number 1, we have fucking Yeti. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this guy's got a decent mobility with his little blood boil. And a little, what was it? When he eats a wolf or something, he gets like movement speed. That's really dumb. And he's one of the junglers who can run like a lot in utility, so that's more movement speed. But anyways, this guy has strong monster objective control, which means like your buffs are his, and like if you're a really good counter jungler and keep times over his crap, you just be so annoying and just like you can outsmite anyone, so whatever. And when you want to go do with wraiths or like golems, how long does it take? Like 2 or 3 seconds? It's stupid. And if a jungler wants to actually fight you, then it's like, okay, I'll ice ball you and walk away, or maybe I'll kill you because I'm higher level. And then you deprive the enemy jungler so much that your ganks are actually like beast-like, and like if he ganks and you are there, then you're just gonna tear him apart. So fuck, man, this guy is so gay. Oh, he wants to do dragon and you want to contest it? Oh, I can't, I'm 2 levels down, so fuck, I can't. I'm so weak. This guy's so gay. And let's go into mid game. Let's see. Dude, I got dragon control and baron control. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're so far behind. I even take your buffs and you're still behind. But yeah, if you're Nunu, hopefully you did a good job of depriving the enemy jungler and you're like way ahead or something. Oh, let's see. Okay, transition to late game. Well, he gives your AD carry into a free Zeal or something, so that's nice. Although he can't really initiate fights. As like, he's not gonna just run up to the enemy team and snowball them and say, let's fight! That's no initiation. Yeah, I feel like there's better tanks than Nunu late game, but I mean, his early game is real fucking strong, so that's the reason like he's top 1. In the description, there's gonna be grades on each attribute of each champion that I put in this tier list, so check that out too. And that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I see you guys next time, and be sure to look out for the next video, which is a 4-minute Shyvana guide.